Hi everybody, my name is Chelsea Abu-Seir, and today I want to chat with you a little bit about guest interaction. And so yesterday Michelle talked with us about the theme parties and how we really want to create that awesome party experience instead of just talking about, coming to the party and spending your money and buying some bags. So that guest interaction and that party experience go hand in hand. So first up, I like to get to my parties about 45 minutes early, and this gives me time to unload my stuff, set it all up, and then I can help the hostess finish up whatever she needs to do. So whether it be finishing the cookies that are in the oven, taking the dog out, or whatever she needs done, the dishes, anything. Because when those guests start arriving, I want her to be able to sit down, have some girl time, and mingle with everybody. So speaking of the guests arriving, I also like to be the one to greet them at the door. So I can introduce myself and get to know them for just a quick second, find out where they're from or how they know the hostess, and then I can invite them in and let them know, where the hostess is at. Just tell her to have a great time, enjoy her night, and go from there. So I start off the night by welcoming them into the party and building that relationship from the very beginning. So don't be afraid to get in and mingle with all the girls, even if you don't know a single one of them besides your hostess. Um, I just don't want you to be off to the side, like singling yourself out, waiting for people to come to the door, or sitting in the kitchen waiting on the party time to start. You want to get in there and start mingling and building those relationships. You might feel like you are being nosy, but I really challenge you to ask all kinds of questions to all the guests at the party. People love to talk about themselves. So themselves, their kids, their husbands, everything they have going on in their life. They really love that interaction. So they are really going to think that you're very thoughtful by asking questions, and even though you might feel like you're being a little nosy. So put yourself out there and do that because they're going to love it. And if anything sticks out in your head about that guest, make sure to write it down on the top of your order form so you can remember and go to that, during that pink bag call or something, you can remember like, oh, hey, don't you have a 30th anniversary coming up? Or how was your son's soccer game the other day? Something like that. Take a note so you can really work on that relationship part of your business. So during the party, I like to get my guests to really help do my presentation. So I could stand up and talk for hours and hours about what I use our products for, but the guests really like to hear what their friends are using the products for. So that's a different way to get them all involved and interacting during the party. I like to have one of the guests pass out my tickets, and I like to call up a couple others and do my hostess stacking presentation, stuff like that. Any way to get them involved. So they are doing my job for me. They can see how easy it is, how fun it is, and go from there. During your checkout portion of the night, make sure you are asking each and every person to book a party. And even if they say no, you can say something like, oh, so you're a party goer and not a party haver? And then they'll say yes, they might giggle a little bit, and then you could say, you know what, that's okay. I am so thankful that you came tonight because my customers are just as important as my hostesses, so thank you so much. And then they're going to think, oh, wow, like, I really do mean something. I'm not just another dollar. So really building that relationship is during the party is going to help you feel more comfortable to ask each and every single person, as well as feeling more comfortable to make those pink bag calls after everybody's got their products. So really starting from that minute everybody starts walking in until you make those follow-up calls, you want to have that guest interaction and be thinking about building those relationships with everybody. So if you have any questions, let your director know, but just put yourself out there a little bit more, and don't be afraid to be one of the crowd. So I'll talk to you soon.